All right, for heat number one, we'll have Avery Walker and Julian Rickard on the front row, Giancarlo and Adam Barker on the second row. Brian Leroux, Mike Dolling have the third row, Simon Zierk and Maximilian Gunther on the fourth row, and Eric McBullet McCready with Jason Wahlberg rounding out the top 10. Ronnie Wimberly and Scott Nalawi, 11th and 12th. Josh Bonkowski is 13 if he grids. Two 30-minute races here. The top 7 will invert after the first race. That has made, since the start of these dual sprint races, that has made things a bit interesting. A couple of times we've seen a driver come from 7th back up to the front. A couple of times we have seen the winner of the first one end up outside the top 10. Coming into today, Giancarlo still has the points lead with Simon Zierk in second, Mike Dolling third, Adam Barker fourth, Mike Marshall is fifth, Julian Rickard, Nick Sorensen, Avery Walker, Yuho, and Joel Wraith rounding out the top 10, but a lot of drivers missing this week for a variety of reasons, most of which are related to the 24 Hours of Daytona, but some just due to other stuff. We'll be using some drop races, obviously. Ought to make things interesting as the day goes on and as the weeks go on, just due to the point situation. But for anybody else to have an opportunity to win the championship, somebody has to slow Giancarlo down. Pace car is rolling. They'll do a full pace lap. One full lap, all 17 turns at Sebring, 3.7 miles. Looking to see, the track temperature has gone up a couple of degrees. Now 111 degrees. Watch for oversteer as those back tires start to get warm. Especially late in each race, the back tires will be heated up. We've seen it before, the hot tires really spinning. Guys like Brian Leroux starting in fourth with no tire indicators, no tire temp gauges on the dash, makes it a bit harder for him to manage that tire heat. But he does have the advantage here. Sebring, a lot of straightaway. He'll have the advantage, as we heard him say, if he can get off the corner good, he will definitely have an opportunity to win here with that power advantage. Plenty of places for the fans here this morning. Don't forget to hit the share button one more time. Still room for people to get in the stands. Still room in outside the barriers. Places all over the track for people to come and watch. Interesting. McCready and Ronnie Wimberly both on pit road. As they come through down toward the final straightaway. And expect this section to be a lot of where we see the excitement here today, especially down through that right-hander, through the kink, the little bit of a kink to the left right here. Things will get really exciting through there as guys try and push the car to its limits. A lot of runoff here, but once you are off the track, you're in trouble. And a lot of guys said in practice, once the tires heat up, the grass here is worse than anywhere else. They hit the grass and they would go off spinning and just no way to recover. Even an inch of the grass, Even if your tires got an inch of the grass, you were in trouble. Down the final straightaway through Sunset, and then they will hit the green. Avery Walker will lead them down. I do believe this is the first time Avery Walker has started on the pole this season. Down through Sunset, Porsche pace car getting ready to pull off. We do have a Porsche back in the field this week as Maximilian Gunther is out there in the Porsche. Pace car is in, Avery Walker in control. Green flag is in the air there, down and away at Sebring. Turn 1 could tell the tale here as Giancarlo already trying to make a move on Rickard for second. And oh, the Mercedes! Brian Leroux gets really twitchy into turn 1, manages to hold on to it, but he's going to lose a little bit of ground here as here comes Adam Barker. Leroux managed, oh! We've got a big one back behind. And Adam Barker is caught. It looks like Simon Zierk and Jason Wahlberg. Oh, it's still going. Let's see what happened. Through the right-hander, Simon Zierk in the beam. Oh! I believe that was Mike Dolling that got caught in that. Mike Dolling in the other BMW. Yes, that is Dolling. Tries to come across. Jason Wahlberg was there. Wahlberg gets both Simon and Dolling. Everybody getting back. And Avery Walker tried to save it. Everybody gets rolling again. Or I'm sorry, that was McMullen McCready. Let's see if we can get a look at what happened to McMullen. Remember, he started on pit road with Ronnie Wimberly down in that second corner, tries to get on the brakes to not get into this mess, ends up snapping around and gets into Adam Barker. So lap 1, turn 1 shakes everything up as Avery Walker opens up a bit of a lead. Now Giancarlo in second. Julian Rickard in third. Brian Leroux in fourth. Maximilian Gunther up to fifth now. Scott Nolawi now up to sixth. Mike Dolling the first to recover from that incident in seventh. Simon Zierk currently in 8th place. Jason Wahlberg in 9th. We'll see if any of these drivers come to pit road. I think Wahlberg caught the worst of that, but doesn't seem to have a whole lot of damage. No, they both come to pit road. Adam Barker, he's going to come to pit road as well in 10th. McCready in 11th. He is heavily damaged. He'll come to pit road. Ronnie Wimberly in 12th, being scored a lap down after starting on pit road and that incident in front of him. Interesting start to the race as we already have 4 cars on pit road on the second lap. But the top 7 are away and clean. Giancarlo did say that he has to be very careful on throttle. The snap oversteer of the Lambo here is tricky, and with the higher track temperature, things are going to get exciting. Julian Rickard right there with him in third. Rickard has been a top 3 driver all season long so far. He has been in the mix every single race. Especially when they went to this double-header format, Rickard has really been able to move forward, not having to save any fuel or tires. He is just sending it to the front every week. Brian Leroux in fourth, the lone Mercedes in the field, has a distinct advantage on these long straightaways. He said the biggest thing would be getting off the turns and to carry the momentum and be able to use all the power of that Mercedes. And it sounds mean. You gotta love the sound out of that Mercedes. It just sounds tough. All the drivers that went to pit road have come back out. Giancarlo is losing ground. This is not something we normally see. He's 1 1/4 seconds behind Avery Walker. And Avery is definitely running faster laps. Julian Rickard last time by has matched Giancarlo's pace. Brian Leroux back there matching all of them. And there is no better sound than that Mercedes when it goes by. Avery in the Audi. There's 3 Audis and 3 Ferraris in the field. The Ferraris are usually the best car for Sebring. A lot of drivers really favor it, and then the Audi after that, and obviously that is coming to fruition with an Audi in the lead, a Ferrari in third. Brian Leroux in fourth. Maximilian looks like he might be gaining on him. Let's take a lap in Maximilian's car. Down across the start finish line, down into a 90-degree left-hander, turn 1. Gets on the brakes and downshifts as late as possible, carrying as much momentum as possible. Up through the first turn, the kink on the short chute, and then the left-hander. This is the tightest spot on the track. Several curves, and the Porsche definitely has an advantage through this tighter section of track. Back on throttle, full throttle, down into the tight right-hander. It feels like you have to come to a stop for that right-hand turn when you're in the car, even though you're still doing almost 50 miles an hour. Back down through the gears, down to second. Back up through the gears, trying to carry as much momentum as you can. Down through this section, you really need to carry as much speed off the corner as possible for these longer straightaways. Little left-hand kink there, set up for the next one, and then the right-hander. A lot of runoff area here, and it is oftentimes needed. Wide, set up wide to the left to cut the apex perfectly, and back down the long straightaway towards Sunset, the final turn. Trying to stay in the draft of the car in front of you. Gain a little ground. Obviously, the Porsche caught a little down on power on these long straightaways. Out of the final corner and back down toward the start-finish line. Maximilian did that lap in 2 minutes, 1.8 seconds. Oh! Brian Leroux, a little bobble there. Again, out of turn. Oh, Leroux's going around out of turn 2. Max manages to avoid that just barely. Let's see if we can see that again, because there was a bobble beforehand and just looked like just too much brake after driving in a little too deep. Fortunately, Brian Leroux currently holding on to 6th place. He lost 1 spot to Scott Malawi. Ronnie Wimberly now up into 7th. It looks like scoring finally caught up. He was actually showing a lap down on the first lap after coming out off of starting on pit road. Scoring is now updated and puts him in 7th place. And I know we talk about it quite often, but you have to be impressed with Ronnie Wimberly. If you haven't checked out quad racing on Twitch, go do it. Trust me, you will not be disappointed. He is driving with his mouth, using a device in his mouth to steer, control gas, and brake, because he is a quadriplegic and faster than a lot of guys out there on iRacing and not even using hands. I would need 4 hands and 6 feet to be as fast as he is, just using his quad stick. Mike Dolling now in 8th. Jason Wahlberg in 9th. Adam Barker in 10th. McCready in 11th. Simon Zierk in 12th. Newcomer Josh Bunkowski could not get the Ford to start, so he does not make it out on track. Avery Walker's lead is starting to shrink, though. Giancarlo now 9/10 of a second behind. But with the track temperature and the Lambo's snap oversteer, Giancarlo was concerned about it coming into the race. He mentioned it a couple of times that car very, very difficult here. And then you add the track temperature, the heat on the tires. This could be a struggle for him later in the race. If he gets to the lead, he's going to have to check out before the tires get too terribly hot. Julian Rickard in 3rd, now 2.4 seconds back. Maximilian Gunther has made his way up to 4th after dodging Brian Leroux in his incident. Speaking of Leroux, he has drifted back into 8th now. It looks like Brian might have had another incident. Let's take a look here. Yeah, he was back behind. Oh, he caught the grass, and that's the same point on the track that his previous incident had happened. Managed to hold the brakes, let everybody back by. So that is how Brian Leroux has gone backwards. After we talked to him during the pre-race, obviously a lot of confidence and was very excited about this one. Having the power on the straightaways here at Sebring is definitely an advantage. Obviously, though, not having a lot of luck in this first race. Hopefully, he'll be able to make a comeback in the second one. Avery's lead continues to shrink. Giancarlo getting down within about 3/4 of a second. Julian Rickard currently in 3rd, Maximilian Gunther 4th, and Scott Nalawi now in 5th. Simon Zierk. Simon Zierk right behind Nalawi, but Simon currently in 12th, 1 lap down. Interesting note, both Lamborghinis are in the top 5, and that is the only make that has multiple cars in the top 5. The smaller field due to the 24 Hours of Daytona, plus factor in a lot of these drivers like Brian Leroux are exhausted after being a part of that event 24 hours. Some of them were up for the entire 24 hours and then hop over into this race. A lot of guys really, really tired and just waiting to get back to bed. Giancarlo is close within about as close as 3/4 of a second. Now not roughly 9/10 of a second. Not pushing it to its absolute limit right now. Avery Walker the last few laps has consistently been 1/10 of a second faster, but just cannot break away again. It looks like Giancarlo making a point of staying in Walker's slipstream right now. Rickard now 3.5 seconds back from the battle for the lead. Maximilian Gunther now 3.9 seconds back. Last time by, he was actually gaining on Rickard. We'll have to watch that battle closely as we just passed the halfway point of race number 1. And Ronnie Wimberly has moved up to 5th. Meanwhile, there was a battle for 6th, and Jason Wahlberg has gone off track. Oh, a little too much of the rumble strip right there. And let's see, Ronnie Wimberly's passed Scott Nalawi. This was a battle going on just a moment ago. Nalawi just overshoots the corner. And Ronnie managing to slip on by. There's Nalawi in the yellow and black Lambo. Just misses his braking point. And that moves Ronnie now up into 5th. That is Ronnie's best run of the season so far. And we would all absolutely love to see Ronnie in victory lane before the season is out. Could today be the day? Adam Barker, who has 2 wins on the season, currently in 9th place after being involved in that lap 1 incident. McCready has crashed. Adam Barker continues making his way back towards the front. What happened with the mullet? Oh, just overshoots the corner, backs it into the outside wall. Move McCready back to 11th now. Adam Barker is still quite a ways back from Scott Nalawi, but get this, he is running Nalawi down quickly. He was 23 seconds back. He is now 22 seconds back, continuing to march his way forward. McCready has come to pit road. Giancarlo has now fallen 1.4 seconds back from leader Avery Walker. Julian Rickard in 3rd, still keeping that gap right around 4 seconds, but he has pulled away from Maximilian Gunther in 4th. That gap now 4.3 seconds. Ronnie is 15 seconds behind Maximilian, and it looks like that gap is stable at the moment. Avery's lead, 1.5 seconds right now with 11 minutes left to go. Giancarlo really sending it. He went wide through turn 1. Brian Leroux battling back now. After several incidents, he had fallen as far back as 9th. That Mercedes power has him up here battling Mike Dolling. Mike Dolling's got some damage on the rear wing. The drag race down to turn 2. Oh no, Leroux goes around again. Brian Leroux so confident coming into this race and was looking forward to utilizing that power. Obviously that power has helped him charge back more than once this morning. But here we go again. Brian Leroux in turn 2 goes around. I could not tell. Did he get any of the grass there? Oh, he was a little loose off of turn one. Yes, he got into the grass just a little bit and sends him around. Talked about it during pre-race. The track extremely hot, and that makes the grass even slicker. Just even an inch of your tire in the grass here. And with the tire temperatures being as high as they are, you're going around easily. Obviously, Giancarlo really sending it. Every turn he comes off of, he goes extremely wide. Takes it easy off of Sunset as he comes down the start-finish straight. 9 minutes left. He has started chipping away at the lead again, just a little bit. Julian Rickard in third, losing ground to the top two, and Maximilian Gunther, he's staying about 5 seconds back from Rickard, but every now and then he picks up a quarter of a second, especially through this tighter section of track. Ronnie in fifth. We mentioned it a few minutes ago when he came by. Mike Dawling, he was 20 some odd seconds behind Maximilian Gunther. He's now 15 seconds back. With 8 minutes left, I don't think he can catch him unless Gunther makes a mistake. But man, what a charge for Ronnie. Ronnie started in 11th, now up to 5th. Ronnie actually started from pit road, so he was last, came out, and has marched his way forward, avoided the chaos in front, and been extremely fast throughout the race. Mike Dawling back in 6th. Scott Nalawi, who started in 12th, now up into 7th, despite overshooting a little bit and missing that turn a little while ago, having a good recovery. Brian Leroux now back in 8th. Leroux less than 2 seconds behind Nalawi. He's caught him once before this morning, probably going to be able to do it again just because of the power in that Merc. Oh, he gets too much of the rumble. We're going to have to stop looking at Leroux. Every time we look at him, something goes wrong. Adam Barker in 9th right now after last week winning race number 2. Currently running in 9th. Got caught in that early incident. His lap times are on par with the leaders. He was actually faster than Avery Walker last time by. And Jason Wahlberg back in 10th, obviously having problems earlier, looking to make his way back toward the front. Wahlberg is one we have expected to see up front battling for the lead every week, but getting caught in incidents and having terrible luck the last few weeks. Hopefully he'll be able to shake off some of that luck in race number 2. Avery has cranked it up just a little bit, but Giancarlo is cranking it up even more. Last time by a quarter second faster than Walker. And he is really closing in. Let's hop in the Lambo for a lap and see how he is closing in on Avery so well. Where is he catching him? I know that this part of the track right here is the toughest for the Lambo. The snap oversteer with hot tires. I think he might have short shifted from second to third just to hold the traction. Down through the first left-hander. Avery Walker seems to be able to pull away just a little bit off the turns, but it looks like Giancarlo is able to break a lot later into the tighter sections of the track. He is now closed down to 0.6 of a second. And lap traffic about to become an issue, as it looks like McMullet is just ahead. Now they're going to come down, make this right-hander. Momentum off of here is key. This sets up the rest of the track in the high-speed sections. You hear the tires just begging for a little break. Down the second to last straightaway towards Sunset. That gap, half a second. Giancarlo definitely in the slipstream of the Audi. And you see how much further Giancarlo can drive into that turn. Back up on the throttle. Avery pulls away just a little bit out of Sunset. Can Avery get the win in the first race? And while this is happening, Julian Rickard, who had gone quite a ways back, is now starting to close the gap. The gap now down to about 6.7 seconds to Giancarlo as they battle it out. He's also pulled away from Maximilian Gunther by 7 seconds. Ronnie has continued marching his way forward, currently running in 5th place. Ronnie also closing the gap from him to Maximilian. Just not going to be enough time, but going into race number 2, Ronnie's speed, we might see Ronnie get his first win of the season. Avery Walker still in the lead. Should be getting the white flag this time by. The question is, can he hold Giancarlo off for one more lap? Giancarlo's closed that gap down to 0.3 of a second as McMullet moves out of the way. Down through Sunset. Oh, Giancarlo closes right up to the bumper. Looked like he had to crack the throttle just a little bit. White flag is in the air for Avery Walker. Can he hold Giancarlo off? Giancarlo takes a wide entry into the corner that time and loses ground doing it, but might have carried a little bit more momentum through there. But down through the tighter section, the Audi has the advantage, especially off the corner. Avery Walker pulls away now 0.8 of a second. But this is where Giancarlo has been outbraking him. Avery manages to keep him behind, tries to get the straightest line through here as possible. Back on the brakes. This is where the Lambo seems to have the advantage on corner entry that he can drive deeper and carry just as much momentum at times. The Lambo seeming to have the advantage on the higher speed corners. Avery Walker keeping him 0.6 of a second or so back, just trying to keep that gap. Down the second to last straight, he is headed towards Sunset, the final turn. 0.7 of a second, 0.6 of a second. Giancarlo is closing in. Avery sends it around Sunset. The checkered flag is in the air. He's going to do it. He held Giancarlo off, and Avery Walker wins race number 1 at Sebring. That also means he will be starting 7th for the second race here in just a few moments. Giancarlo finishes 2nd. Julian Rickard is 3rd. Maximilian Gunther is 4th. How about Ronnie Wimberly, who comes home in 5th? Mike Dulling is 6th. Scott Nalawi 7th. Brian Leroux in 8th. Brian Leroux, what a rough race for him, having one of the fastest cars on the track, but just bad luck again. Adam Barker recovers to 9th, and Jason Wahlberg comes home 10th. McCready in 11th, Simon Zierk in 12th. And it looks like Avery's going to go ahead and go park it. No burnout. Let's see if we can talk to him. Hey, Avery, it's Doug. You got me?
Yep, I got you.
Hey, no burnout. What's up with that, man? You earned that one.
Oh, I totally forgot. If I win the next one, I'll do it.
Well, man, you had one heck of a run out there, but it looked like Giancarlo would catch up to you from time to time, and as soon as he'd catch you, you just take off again.
So I was in the Discord, and the last half of the race, they started talking about some very distracting topics. So basically, I lost my concentration a little bit. Giancarlo caught up, and then I was like, okay, can't be talking anymore. So
amazing how often that happens, isn't it?
Yeah, especially with these guys.
Yeah. Well, how are you feeling about having to come from 7th back up through the field? Do you think you've got the car to get back up there to the lead?
Not sure. We'll see. I am on a DDE now for the first time. This is my first race with it, so I'm already feeling pretty tired because of the bumps. So we'll see what happens.
All right, man. Well, good luck. A great win here, and we look forward to many more, buddy.
Yeah, thanks.
All right, let's see if we can get a word with Giancarlo. Hey, Giancarlo, it's Doug. You got me?
Hey, Doug. How you doing?
Pretty good. So apparently the trick, for you at least, was the distracting Avery, but it wasn't enough of a distraction.
Yeah, definitely some kind of fun conversations happening in the background that had him, I think, lose some time here and there. But yeah, no way. Like, he was just pulling me along in the draft the whole time. Really, I had no way of getting around him realistically. Great drive on his part.
It looked like you were able to drive a little bit deeper into the corner, and that draft definitely helping, but it looked like it almost hit a wall. When you get within about 0.4 of a second, you just couldn't get any closer.
Yep. I mean, you hit the nail on the head. Like, I don't think I could have gotten truly by him or stayed ahead. Like, he had the pace. It was a great race on his side.
And now I have to ask, you're going to be starting in 6th, right in front of him. How are you feeling about your chances of coming through the rest of the field and getting back up here, especially after what happened on turn 1 or turn 2 of lap 1 on that one?
Fingers crossed. You know, it's pretty tight sector 1 with a bunch of cars next to each other, but we'll see how it goes.
All right, man. Good luck, buddy.
Thank you.
All right, some of the drivers are starting to roll off of pit road as they have a few minutes break before they start race number 2 here at Sebring. You have just enough time to go back to the snack bar, refill your drink, and hit the share button while you're standing in line. Doesn't look like any of the drivers are going to take to the track for the warm-up. Everybody taking a quick moment to catch their breath before we begin race number 2. Looks like Ronnie might hit the track. We'll have to wait a minute here and see. Yep, Ronnie is rolling. He came home 5th in race number 1 after starting from pit road. Can he start? He'll start, I believe, in 2nd or 3rd place, so he'll have a distinct advantage. Can he capitalize on it and get his first win of the season here this morning? Just a few seconds left of warm-up, and then race number 2. Given the way turn 2, lap 1 went for some of these drivers, will we see more caution or will we see more send? McCready actually pulls off pit road as practice comes to a close. All right, race number 2. We'll see Scott Nalawi and Mike Dolling on the front row. Ronnie Wimberly and Maximilian Gunther have the second row. Julian Rickard and Giancarlo on the third row. Avery Walker and Brian Leroux have the fourth row. Adam Barker, Jason Wahlberg round out the top 10. McCready and Simon Zierk 11th and 12th, and I don't believe Josh Bonkowski is going to be in the field. Had a couple of drivers start from pit road last time. Does not look like that will be the case here. Hey, good morning, Kevin. And yep, McCready starting towards the back after a rough race number 1. But he does have the advantage of the mullet power. A full pace lap around the field. Scott Nalawi getting to start up front this time. Scott Nalawi was quite fast in the early going of the first race. Will he be able to come back through and hold everybody off? Mike Dolling was caught in the incident lap 1, turn 2. Never got to see what that car really had. Does he have something, or could today be Ronnie Wimberly's day can he get up there and get the win today? Kevin, he even says his paint job is a mullet. Business up front, party in the back on the paint job as well. All right, getting ready to start race number 2. 30-minute sprint race. No tires needed, no fuel needed. Just sending it for 30 minutes. That has changed the entire season dramatically, as we've seen some of these drivers get a lot more aggressive in some of the recent races, knowing they don't have to be conservative, knowing they don't have to play the strategy game. It does make things extremely interesting. Also in the mix, Brian Leroux, starting back in 7th, had one of the fastest cars in race 1, but completely unable to capitalize on it. Bad luck the entire race. Can he shake off the luck and make his way toward the front? Down towards Sunset, the final turn, the Porsche pace car will pull off. Coming through the final corner. Pace car is in. Scott Nolowi fires away. Green flag in the air. Nolowi gets a good jump on the field. Ronnie comes to second. And they're already battling. They're going to go 3 wide into turn 1. Holy cow. No, Ronnie gets clear of them. Mike Doling manages to pull up into 3rd, but Rickard not done with it. Oh no! Rickard snaps loose. They both get turned around. Simon Zierk. A bunch of cars caught up in that one. Looked like McCready went off too, trying to avoid the incident. Gets a bit of the wall. Let's see what happened here. Rickard off of that turn. Oh, he was loose, hits a bump wrong. McCready actually got a tap behind. Simon Zierk drove through that mess. Julian Rickard and Mike Doling both get towed to pit road. Scott Nolowi in the lead, but here comes Ronnie Wimberly in 2nd. Look behind him though, Giancarlo in 3rd, and a little further back, Avery Walker, the winner of race number 1, now up into 4th. Maximilian Gunther holding on to 5th. Brian Leroux has made his way to 6th. Adam Barker has made his way to 7th. Simon Zierk just practically stopped out of turn 1, and due to that, he has made his way up 4 spots into 8th. Great save by Simon. Jason Wahlberg in 9th. Expect him to come flying through this pack as he checked up for that incident as well. And it looks like Mike Doling might be done for the day. Julian Rickard, McMullet, McCready, both on pit road. And I think Mike Doling might be done. Scott Nolowi, meanwhile, has opened up almost 2 seconds as Giancarlo now up into 2nd. Ronnie staying right in the tail of the Lambo of Giancarlo. Off turn 1 again. Here they come down that straightaway. Ronnie staying right with them. Avery Walker right behind. The top 6 or 7 are just nose to tail all the way through. And Scott Nolowi's got to be loving this as his lead is now 1.8 seconds. Giancarlo not making any substantial gains. Avery Walker now looks to the inside on Ronnie. Can't get there yet before the turn. Probably a wise move, not trying to make the pass into that turn. And now Maximilian all over the back bumper of Avery Walker. Can he make something happen? And there's Leroux. Maximilian looking awfully racy in this second race. Maximilian managed to come through the field just playing it safe throughout the first race. Made his way up into the top 5. But look at this. He is actually challenging these guys. Currently in 5th. Looking to make something happen. But right behind him, Brian Leroux had one of the fastest cars during race number 1. Also had terrible luck. He's got that Mercedes power, currently running in 6th. If he can get rid of the luck, the bad luck, he might stand a chance here. Holy cow, look at how close Leroux is. Now he swings out. He's going to try and outbrake him into sunset. And he does. Uses that power. He said as long as he can get off the turn, he will be able to use that power. He gets off the turn beautifully and has a good run down toward turn 1. Julian Rickard is coming off pit road now. He had ducked down. Scott Nalawi has a 1.1 second lead. Giancarlo just ran the fastest lap so far. And he is closing the gap. Ronnie in 3rd, losing touch. Avery Walker in 4th. Brian Leroux now in 5th. Leroux trying to run him down. Leroux was 0.4 of a second faster than Avery Walker last time by. Adam Barker now up in 6th. And Max is now back to 7th after starting this race in 4th. Avery Walker still all over the back bumper of Ronnie Wimberly. Giancarlo has closed the gap down on Scott Nalawi. Now it is half a second. As they go into the long straightaway, this definitely favors Giancarlo as he'll have the slipstream. But look at this, Nalawi trying to break the slipstream down the straightaway. A little early to be trying that trick, but any advantage he can get over Giancarlo here, definitely worth trying. Avery Walker has gotten by Ronnie Wimberly, now up to 3rd, and as these two battle it out in front, Giancarlo goes for the lead. Scott Nalawi managed to hold him off. And Avery Walker is back to their back bumper. We saw the first race, they spread out quite a bit. This one, they have not. The top 7 all right there in line. Simon Zierk back in 8th, not far behind them. Jason Wahlberg in 9th, about 11 seconds back. Nalawi managing to hold on to the lead, but Giancarlo and Avery Walker right there. The question is going to come down to these 3 are right now the 3 fastest on track, but they have got to each other, but passing is going to be a whole nother situation. Giancarlo did say he could get to the back bumper on Avery during that first race. could not get around him. Down the long straightaway, Avery Walker trying to close down and get... We have yet to see a driver... No, I take that back. We have seen only one sweep of both races on the Sunday. Could we see another one today? Can Avery get up there and sweep both races? Down toward turn 1, and the top 3 still going at it. Giancarlo is all over Nalawi's bumper. This is where he tried it last time. Doesn't have enough yet. Avery Walker in third, just waiting for Giancarlo to make a mistake as he tries to take advantage. Ronnie back in fourth. Staying about 1.5 seconds back from this battle. Here goes Giancarlo again. He's going to try and outbrake. No, he doesn't. Oh, he sets him up. He manages to make it to the inside. Can he complete it? Scott Nalawi fights back. Can't do anything with him. And it is Giancarlo to the lead. For the first time, it is not over yet, though. Scott looks to the inside. Can't get there yet, but wow, what a battle these three are having. Avery Walker looking for any opening. It looked like he might be able to make a move on Nalawi. Hasn't been able to pull it off yet. Ronnie back in fourth. Is actually starting to pull back up to the top 3. As look at Avery drive it in there. Down the long straightaway, Avery trying to get the draft, and oh, he's even flashing his lights, telling him to move, get out the way. Down through Sunset, Avery Walker to the inside for second. Now he's going to try and run down Giancarlo. Scott Nalawi's not giving up anything easily. He starts looking for a move here. Scott swings it wide, tries to cut across the apex, actually loses a little bit of ground. We saw Giancarlo try that move in the first race and lost ground doing it. Now Ronnie Wimberly has caught back up to Scott Nalawi. Giancarlo pulls out to a lead quickly, but already Avery Walker is running him back down. Giancarlo still in the lead, but Avery Walker is chipping away at that lead. Eight-tenths of a second is the gap from first to second. Scott Nalawi in third, 2 seconds back. Ronnie a quarter second behind him. Ronnie gaining quickly. The Ferrari, one of the strongest cars at Sebring. Adam Barker has marched his way all the way up to 5th now. Brian Leroux still holding on to 6th place, but Adam Barker continues his awesome season after all the bad luck last season. Adam has won 2 races so far this season and consistently running in the top 5. Oh, a little bit wide by Ronnie there in 4th. And the fastest lap the fastest lap of the race so far was last time by Julian Rickard, who's currently running in 10th place. And almost a lap behind 9th place Jason Wahlberg. Giancarlo really wide out of that final turn, but Avery Walker, he wasn't. He was right there perfectly planted. Scott Nalawi still holding on to 3rd. Ronnie had the problem on the last lap, lost a little bit of ground. Here comes Adam Barker. Adam is looking for 4th place on Ronnie. Can Adam pull up here and get a top 3 today? And with Avery and Giancarlo up front battling, and with the speed Adam has had so far today, can he get up there and possibly battle for the win? Just over halfway through the race right now. Giancarlo is under heavy attack by Avery Walker now. Giancarlo knows he has to keep Avery behind him. You heard him say it between the races. He could get to Avery. He could not pass him. If Avery gets back by him, that will be it for Giancarlo. Look at this. Back behind Adam Barker, Scott Nalawi, and Ronnie Wimberly. They are really going at it. Nalawi tried to break the draft on the 2 behind him. Coming down the long straightaway. Adam Barker gets a run. Wimberly's in the wall. Ronnie manages to keep that car going the right way. It looked like he just barely scraped the wall. It was enough for Barker to move up now to 4th. And already closed the gap on Scott Nalawi. The battle for the lead is heating up. The battle for 3rd is heating up. And I promise you, Avery Walker and Giancarlo do not want to see Adam Barker get by here. If he gets up into 3rd and gets past Nalawi, he will be charging towards the leaders. Adam Barker has been on a mission since race number 1 of this season. He won the first race of the season. He won the second race last week. Looking for win number 3 here today. Avery Walker has not been able to get around Giancarlo yet, but he is all over that back bumper. Meanwhile, back behind them, Ronnie Wimberly now in 5th, Maximilian Gunther and Brian Leroux and Simon Zierk. That is 6th, 7th, and 8th. All three of these guys still battling it out back here. Oh! What happened to Nalawi? Down into Sunset he went and just snaps loose. We talked about it earlier. Giancarlo mentioned that the snap loose on that Lambo is difficult here. Now look at this as Simon Zierk is in 7th. Brian Leroux back up into 6th. Giancarlo has the lead. Avery Walker in 2nd, but now 5 1/4 seconds back is Adam Barker. Adam has been faster every lap except for the last lap than the leaders. In 10 minutes, can Adam Barker catch back up to the leaders? If he does, can he do anything with them? Scott Nalawi has gone to pit road after that spin. It looks like he might have had another incident. See what happened with Nalawi as he gets to the far end of the... Looks like the car was just not handling right, and he ended up pulling off track. Avery Walker staying all over Giancarlo right now. Adam Barker in 3rd, gaining ground on both of them. Ronnie Wimberly now up into 4th. Maximilian Gunther in 5th. Still has Leroux and Simon Zierk on the back bumper. Jason Wahlberg now up to 8th. Julian Rickard in 9th. Wahlberg lets Rickard by easily as they go down into turn 1. Rickard a lap behind Wahlberg. Giancarlo still in the lead. Adam Barker chipping away at the lead. He is now 5 seconds behind Avery Walker. Ronnie in 4th, one of his best runs of the season. 5th place is Maximilian Gunther. Giancarlo and Avery may come down to a last lap battle. Avery, obviously, from the first race, we know he's extremely fast, but could this be a similar situation to what Giancarlo had in race 1, where he can get to the back bumper of Giancarlo, just doesn't have what he needs to get past him? Adam Barker losing a little bit of time on this lap. No drafting help once he cleared traffic. Ronnie about 3 seconds back in 4th. Maximilian, though, in 5th. He is gaining on Ronnie, and he's bringing Brian Leroux and Simon Zierk with him. Max currently in 5th, the lone Porsche in the field. Brian Leroux in 6th, the lone Mercedes in the field. Brian definitely looking for some help here tonight. A little bit better luck than he had in race 1 and possibly a top 5 if he can make something happen in the last 6 minutes. Avery Walker still unable to make a move. Adam Barker has lost some ground. Doesn't look like he'll be able to catch up, but still a great run out of Adam Barker. Another top 3 finish here today. This battle back here for 4th, 5th, 6th, and 7th is where the excitement is about to come, as Maximilian has just about caught Ronnie Wimberly, now just 0.6 of a second back. Brian Leroux not far behind, about 1.5 seconds, and Simon Zierk right there with him as well. Ronnie Wimberly currently holding on to 4th, but Max in the draft down the long straightaway. And Maximilian swings to the inside to go through Sunset. Maximilian Gunther now up into 4th. Oh, he slides a little wide out of the turn. Can Ronnie come back? Ronnie's got to run down the straightaway. Isn't going to be enough. Meanwhile, look behind him as Leroux and Simon Zierk go at it. Simon ducks down to the inside for turn 1. Brian Leroux uses the power and pulls away. Jason Wahlberg and Julian Rickard have both crashed. Oh, off the second to last turn, Wahlberg goes around. Let's see what happened to Rickard as he comes down into Sunset. Looks like it just snapped loose on him. He manages to save it, but comes to a complete stop. Just a couple laps left for Giancarlo and Avery Walker. Adam Barker still holding on to 3rd. Maximilian Gunther in 4th. Ronnie Wimberly still in 5th. Brian Leroux has managed to hold off the attack by Simon Zierk so far. Will Avery Walker be able to do anything with him here late in the going? Looks like he's got the draft. He's got some momentum for sure here. Can he do it? No. As we have consistently seen today, the Lamborghini can just break so much later into Sunset. Back behind, Gunther has actually started to open up a bit of a gap on Ronnie Wimberly behind. 1.5 seconds right now. Meanwhile, Leroux and Simon Zierk have almost caught the back bumper of Ronnie. Next time by, they will get the white flag. The intensity about to crank up. Gunther holding on to 4th as the battle behind continues. These straightaways are where Leroux has the advantage. Leroux catches up to the back bumper of Ronnie. Ronnie pulls away through the corners. And Simon Zierk just holding out. We see this week in and week out of Simon. He just sits back there, lurks, and waits, always taking advantage of mistakes and being one of the most consistent drivers in the field. Can Brian Leroux capitalize this time, or will they make a mistake and allow Simon Zierk by? Leroux closes right up on Ronnie Wimberly, drops down to the inside as they head into sunset. Leroux moves to fourth. Simon Zierk takes advantage. Leroux moves to fifth. And Zierk taking advantage, he's going for sixth. White flag is in the air. Giancarlo, meanwhile, in the lead, but Avery Walker all over him. Back up on throttle. Avery Walker has not been able to find a way around Giancarlo. Could be a reverse of what we saw the final laps of the first race. Adam Barker pulling off another podium finish here today. Maximilian Gunther in fourth. Brian Leroux 2.3 seconds back in fifth. Simon Zierk has made it to sixth, and Ronnie holding on to seventh place. But it is the drag race to the line between Giancarlo and Avery Walker. Could this come down to who gets through sunset better this time? Down the last straightaway. We've seen Avery close up, but he can't seem to do it. Giancarlo has the braking advantage into sunset. Out of the final turn, it will be Giancarlo pulls off the win in race 2. Avery Walker comes home second, and Adam Barker comes home third. Avery Walker ran the fastest lap of the race on the final lap. He was sending it. Adam Barker comes home in third. Let's see if we can get a word with him. Hey Adam, it's Doug. You got me?
I got you. How you doing?
Hey, really good. Another podium finish this morning. Congrats.
Yeah, thank you. It was hard fought on that. I am struggling now.
It definitely was a hard-fought one, but I have to ask, had you cleared traffic sooner, could you have run down the leaders and possibly battled for the win?
I don't think so. No, they were. I don't think I've got it in me. My knees and my shoulder is just done. I've done like 6.5 hours worth of driving today. It's just too much.
Yeah, I am sure a lot of you guys are exhausted and glad to see this one come to an end, but your season continues the uphill swing, man. Third place, congratulations.
Yeah, thank you very much. Means a lot.
All right, let's see if we can talk to Avery Walker, who came home second. Hey, Avery, it's Doug. You got me?
Yep, I got you.
You're getting the burnouts taken care of this time, I see.
Yeah.
Okay, I have to ask. After the first race, Giancarlo said he could get to you, but he just didn't have enough to pass you. It seemed like the same situation in reverse this time. You could get to him and just couldn't get around him.
Yeah, for sure. I could hang on to him, but he was making that car wide, and it was either, go for a really sketchy pass or wait for him to make a mistake, and he just didn't make a mistake.
Now, I have to ask if you realize this. the last lap of the race coming to the checkered, you ran the fastest lap of the race of anybody.
Yeah, I did see that. I told him that too, because he knew that I was probably gonna eye up ascend into the final turn if I could get up to him. So he was pushing hard, and I was pushing hard, and I told him, "Hey, that final lap, I just beat my personal best by 2/10.
Well, you beat his best for today, at least by a tenth of a second. Was definitely the fastest lap, and honestly, a win and a second place this morning has to be a great way to end the week.
Yes, yeah, definitely.
Well, congratulations, man. A win, a second place, a great, great points day for you.
Yep, thanks, Doug.
All right, let's see if we can talk to our winner. Hey, Giancarlo, it's Doug. You got me?
Hey, Doug.
All right, so how worn out are you now?
Oh man, that was intense. I mean, both races with Avery, that was wild. My fingers are still kind of like tingling.
I know he told you that he ran his personal best on that last lap, but were you aware that he ran the fastest lap of the race on that final lap, and just how close that one came?
Jesus, yeah, I mean, we were both definitely pushing real hard. That's impressive that he was able to pull that off after all the tire wear and whatnot.
Well, you get a win and a second place here today, so it's it's a great points day for you, obviously, but also after what I know is a long weekend for a lot of drivers, you got to be ready to go relax.
Yeah, 100%. Looking forward to it.
Congratulations on another win, Giancarlo, and look forward to seeing how the rest of your season goes, buddy.
Thank you, Doug.
That'll do it for this morning, but don't forget to come back tonight. We will have the BRR Cup Series back at 7:30 Eastern. That promises to be an awesome race, and a lot of those drivers are going to be tired as well, so you never know what could happen. Tempers could flare. You know how it goes. They're back at Chicagoland tonight for race number 1 of the playoffs. And don't forget to come back next Sunday morning as the GT3 NSS series continues. Thank you guys so much for watching, and have a wonderful day.